Hello once again. In this part of this video, we'll be going to see 7-segment display interfacing with 8051. There are two types of 7-segment display available in the market. One is common cathode, another one is common anode. Now, if you see the symbol of one LED, so you will observe like this one diode, and those are the rays coming out from the LED. This terminal is called as anode, whereas this one is called as cathode. Okay, so anode is denoted with letter A and cathode is denoted with letter K. So in case of, let's say, common anode configuration, in this we will observe such kind of 7-segment display. Now, what do you mean by 7-segment display? That we will cover now. You might have seen the displays like this, just flashing at this point. There are total 7 segments, means A, B, C, D, E, F, and 7th one is G. Okay, and with the help of the LEDs connected in this fashion, we can display the numbers from 9 to 0. Okay, means 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 9 in this way. The common anode configuration is shown over here. The common anode configuration means here in this case this denote means this particular combination of the LEDs denote this kind of 7-segment display. Okay, so actually each segment represents one LED. So by making these LEDs on and off, we can display various numbers onto it. Now here, as we are saying that it is common anode configuration, it means that here you can see all of the 7 LEDs plus one decimal point are connected together, and here while connecting their anodes are considered, means anode of each and every LED is tied together to one terminal, whereas the second terminal means cathode of each LED is separately controlled. Okay, it means that if we connect this particular terminal, means anode terminal, to VCC, let's say 5 volt, okay, and another terminal to ground like this, then the current will start flowing from this arm, and in this way this this segment will become on. Okay, so in this way we can show different numbers onto it. Now let us suppose we want to display 1. Okay, for 1, segment B and segment C, means these two segments should remain on, right? So this B and C both should be grounded. Okay, so moment when both the two gets grounded, then the current will start flowing through this B and C LEDs, and B and C will start glowing, and in this way you can observe 1 on the display. Okay, here you can see the LEDs are shown with glowing particular segment, and as per that you can observe the digits are getting printed. Now as we have seen the common anode configuration, practically the common anode configuration is designed in this way. It is shown over here. Okay, because each LED should get or should have one resistor with it. Okay, because LEDs normally they allow 20 to 25 milliampere current to flow through it. If current goes more than 20 or 25 milliamp, then LED will get burned. So to avoid that thing, we will connect one resistor to that LED. Okay, so each LED should be connected with one resistor. Okay, so here A, B, C, D, E, F and decimal point, means each LED will have a resistor. It is shown over here. It is current limiting resistor. So as per our discussion, let's say we want to display 0. So for that purpose, segment A, B, C, D, E and F should remain on. Only G should remain off. So here G will remain off and each of the switch should remain on. Okay, so F will be there and decimal point will also get connected. So current will start flowing through this VCC to A register, then switch, and after that ground. So in this way the current will start flowing through each and every LED except this G, because this G terminal is open. Okay, so in this way 0 will get printed. Just like common anode configuration, we have common cathode configuration. Okay, so in common cathode configuration you can see here, in this case the cathode is common, means the cathode part, means this part is common to all. Okay, so here in this case I will make zoom. Okay, this part is common to each and every LED, and this is the part, that is anode part, is separated. Okay, so here in this case we need to give VCC those pins. Okay, it means that it will look like this. If we give VCC, means positive voltage over here, let's say through some resistor. Okay, something like this. So what will happen, let us suppose we want to blow this segment A. Okay, so current will start flowing like this through this A and to the ground. Okay, it means that in common cathode configuration we give positive supply, whereas in case of common anode configuration positive supply is already there, we ground that terminal in order to glow that LED. Okay, so this is the basic difference in between common anode and common cathode. Okay, now next is 7 segment display interfacing with 8051. Here we are interfacing common anode 7 segment display with 8051. Okay, so in case of common anode, all of we know that anode is common and the 7 segment display is made on and off. The LEDs inside it specifically will be made on and off by making the pin grounded or by making it higher. Okay, that we had discussed last time. Now write a program to display 0, 8 and E continuously on 7 segment display. Right, firstly we will interface our IC, that is 8051 microcontroller, with this 7 segment display IC. Okay, it is common anode. It means that one of the terminal will go to 5 volt and other terminals we will interface them with the port pin of 8051 through some register. Okay, now you are observing this one, this is called as pull up register. Actually port 0 of 8051 doesn't have any pull up, right? Now if you want to interface anything to port 0, then in that case you compulsorily require those pull up. Now we are working with port 1. There is no as such compulsion for this pull up. Okay, so you can avoid all those pull up registers and directly connect LEDs, that is or 7 segment display, through those registers. Okay, then you can observe table over here. This is the table, right? Here there are some bits, like let us suppose we will take some easy example, like I want to display 0. Okay, if I want to display 0, then I want this particular segment should remain off. Okay, and rest of the segment should remain on. And we don't want DP also, this decimal point I don't want, I just want to display 0. So for that purpose, now we have to see this segment, this is the G segment. Okay, I don't want G segment to remain on and decimal point segment should remain on. I want them off, right? So in such condition, what I will do is we will make this G pin high and decimal point pin high. Okay, because one of the terminal of the LED which is there at G place, okay, here this G LED, if I want to make it low, there are two ways. Either connect here, one of the end is connected over here to VCC. So to make this LED off, we have to tie this another end to VCC. So if both the ends are connected to VCC, okay, both are at same potential, so no current will flow through this LED. Okay. And another way is to make this LED off. Just keep open this terminal and don't connect it to ground. Okay, but we don't have switches connected at this place. Okay, there are no switches we have connected at this place. Fine. So there is only one mechanism. The mechanism is to keep other end of LED at position high. Okay, so in order to make those LEDs off, means G LED and decimal point LED off, we are making 1 and 1. We are putting values 1 and 1 at port 1.0 and port 1.1. Okay, so in this way G and DP will become off, and rest of the pins we will make them 0. So what will happen? The current from VCC will start flowing through those resistors and to ground. Okay, so in this way we can draw the table shown at this place. Okay, here we are going to make G equal to 1, then decimal point equal to 1. Rest of the bits will remain low. Okay, so if we try to convert that binary number into decimal, then you will find it is 0 and it is 3, 0, 3. Okay, so in this way for different digits we can get the combinations of binary and its equivalent hexadecimal codes. In the same way you can also print A, B, C, D, E, F, those alphabets on display. Okay, let's say I want to print A, then A will look something like this on that display. Okay, B will look something like this on this display. Fine. Because if we try to print B like this, then it will become 8. Okay, so small b will get printed on the display. Then you can print C also on the display. In the same way D can be printed, small d should be printed, otherwise it will become 0. Okay, and E also can be printed, and in the same way F can also get printed. In the same way you will have to take care that which LED should remain on and off. On the basis of that you will get binary coding and you just convert it into hexadecimal. Okay, so now let us suppose we want to display 0 initially. Okay, so in order to display anything at very beginning we will make, okay, once port P1 has become output because we have transferred 00 on port P1, then we will transfer 03 on P1. Why 03? The reason is we want to display digit 0. For 0 we have 03. Okay, then call delay. It means that 03 status means 0 digit will be held for some time. Okay, so that you will be able to observe, otherwise it will got vanished within a second. Okay, so we have kept it as it is for some time, so that's why we call the delay. When delay is called, the pointer will jump to this delay routine. Okay, so here this loop will get executed by 255 into 255 times and return from the return from delay subroutine. Okay, again next we will move 01. So when we move 01, then 8 will get printed. Okay, then call delay, so that 8 will be, that value will get held on the 7 segment display. After that, in order to display E, we want this B and C and decimal point should remain off. Okay, so here to display this E, this B and C, we are making it high along with the display, decimal point. Okay, so that's why those three things B, C and D, P, those are remaining low. Okay, those LEDs will remain low and other LEDs will become high, means it will start glowing. So for that purpose we have to move 61. So move port P1 comma hash 61H. So 61 will get moved onto P1 call delay, so that E alphabet value will be there on the display for some time. Is jump back, so pointer will jump to back, and again it will print 0, after that 8, after that E, so it will keep on going. So in this way we have displayed 0, 8, E on the 7 segment display. Now let us suppose we want to display 4 digits. For that purpose we require 4 7 segment display. Okay, and if we try to interface those 4 7 segment display, we will interface like this. So we have 8051 microcontroller, and to port 0 we will connect one 7 segment display. In the same way, for port P1, P2 and P3, to each port we will connect 7 segment display. Now we don't have any pin left up for connecting, let's say, sensors or any other IO device. So basically here, if we try to connect 7 segment displays in this fashion, then all of the 4 ports will get consumed and no space will remain to interface other IO peripherals. Okay, here unnecessarily port pins are getting consumed. So there is one another way to connect all those 7 segment display, and that way is multiplexing. Okay, so basically what we will do is we will connect all of those 4 displays shown over here. Okay, we will connect all of those 4 displays to single data line. Here let us suppose we have used port P0 of 8051 microcontroller. So in this data line we will send the code which is to be displayed, okay, the number of the code, and we will make one single 7 segment display on and other off, so that that particular number will get displayed on that particular 7 segment display only. Okay, it means that let us suppose I want to display 1 on this LCD, sorry, 7 segment display, 2 over here, 3 on this 7 segment display, and 4 on this 7 segment display. Okay, so initially what I will do is I will send the value or the code for 1. Okay, code for 1 is 03. Okay, so the moment when I send 03, the 1 will get printed on each and every display, right? But I want that 1 should get displayed on this display only. Okay, so for that purpose I will make this switch on and the remaining switches will remain off. So here circuit will get completed and 1 will get displayed on this display only. Fine. Now let us suppose I want to display 2, okay, on this display. So for that purpose I will send code for 2. The code for 2 is 9FH. Okay, so same thing will happen if I send the code. Then if let us suppose all of the switches are on, so in that case each and every display will display 2, or if none of the switch is on, then no digit will get displayed. So in order to display 2 on this 7 segment display, I will have to make it on, right? So moment when I make it on, so 2 will get displayed on this 7 segment display only and not on others. In this way I can print 3. For that purpose I will have to send the code and I'll have to make this particular pin on and this off. Okay, so in this way 3 will get printed over here, and after some time by making this particular switch on, I will be going to print 4. Okay, the same is shown over here in this flash animated form. Here 1 is getting displayed during this time this transistor is on, then second, third and fourth. Okay, picture in red means that particular transistor will remain on. Fine. Here the waveforms are shown. So here we are making one display on, okay, means one after another, and this is the data that is to be sent over the lines. So 2305 is getting printed at this point. Now we will interface all those 4 7 segment displays to the microcontroller. Okay, so here you can connect 7 segment displays, means 4 7 segment display like this, means each of the 7 segment displays A to G pins with DP will get connected to port 1 via those registers. Okay, this pull-up register you may, or you, if you want, you can draw, or otherwise it is not necessary to draw. Okay, after this, the common anode terminal, okay, it should get interfaced via the transistor. Okay, here you can see the transistor, that is PNP transistor is used. Okay, here is the arrow. The PNP transistors are used because this is high side switching. Later on you can ask me what do you mean by high side switching, and why only PNP transistors are used for high side switching, and why do we prefer NPN transistor for low side switching. It is the part of electronics design and all, so we are skipping over here. Okay, and those transistors are interfaced to the microcontroller by using some registers. Okay, rest of the port pins you can see those are vacant, so you can connect any other IO device to it. Fine. After this, here our job is to send, let us suppose, code related to one on this line, and we will make this particular 7 segment display on. How to make it on? By making this transistor on. Okay, transistor here is acting as a switch. So here in this case we are displaying number like this. So here 1, let on 2, 3 and 4. Now here let us suppose we want to display same numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, but here we want this particular 7 segment display should show 1 all the time, then this display should show 2 all the time. In this way these 3 get shown all the time, and this 4 digit should get shown all the time. Okay, here in this animation you can see 1 is getting displayed, after that it will get vanished, then 2 will get displayed, and after that 3 will get displayed. When a single digit gets displayed, then other digit will remain 0, or it will remain inactive. Okay, so we want this display should display 1, 2, 3, 4 continuously without any break. Okay, so for that purpose we have to take care that, means digit number 1, 2, 3, 4 should get displayed within the span of 20 millisecond, and after, let's say, 20 millisecond, immediately the first digit should get shown. Okay, the time should not go beyond 20 millisecond. So due to persistence of vision of eye, you will feel that each and every display is on continuously. Okay, so this can also be done with the help of programming. Now we will see the algorithm. Now we have not written any program as such. Okay, by taking the reference of previous let's say program, you can do programming of this 7 segment display interfacing with 8051 with 4 digits. Okay, so one care you should have to take is you have to make this port pin 0 in order to make this transistor on. Later on you make this transistor on by putting its base to 0. Okay, means this port pin you will have to make 0. Okay, as those are PNP transistor, when you make them 0 it will become on. In case of NPN, you make them high, means you make their base high, that transistor will become on. So in this case we have to make 0 so that transistor will become on. So what will be the algorithm? Algorithm will be, firstly we will activate the transistor Q1. So this is the Q1 transistor. Okay, so transistor Q1 we have to make it high, we have to make it on. So, and after that deactivate Q2, Q3 and Q4. It means that transistor Q1's base will go low, whereas others base will remain high. So here Q1 has got activated, and then we will send 9F for digit 1. okay, to port 1. So the moment when we send 9F over the port, okay, that 9F will get received by all of the 4 displays, but only these displays on and remaining displays are off. That's why 1 will get printed on this display only. Okay. Then the second phase, during second phase, we will activate Q2 and deactivate other. So activate Q2 and deactivate other. So this particular display will become on and the remaining will be off. Then we will send 2.5. Okay. The moment when we send 2.5, only this particular display is on. That's why 2 will get printed on that display. In this way, in order to print 3, we will deactivate other and we will activate only third display by making base equal to 0. Okay, in this way 3 will get printed because we are sending 0D over the lines. Okay, in this way we can send or we can print 4 on this display by sending 99. For that we will have to activate Q4 and deactivate other. Suppose if we do this process within 20 milliseconds of span, and quickly after that if we repeat the procedure, then we will be able to see that this display is continuously displaying 1 2 3 4 onto it without any break. Now this is the discussion related to displaying 4 digits, that is 1 2 3 4 on 7 segment display. Normally in exam you will be asked to draw the interfacing diagram of 7 segment display with 8051. If you try to write the program is very lengthy for this one, but it is easier. So actually we are not discussing the program you can write by your own. Okay, and the most important part is interfacing and the algorithm and learning the concept behind it, and that is what is expected in exam, because the university will ask exam like this only. There are very rare chances that you have to write the program, means in very rare case the university ask you to write the program. About 99% are chances there. Okay, then how to interface to 7 segment displays with 8051. Okay, now here we are using common cathode configuration. Okay, so in this case when we use common cathode and configuration, it means that we have to make those pins high. Okay, the moment when we make those pins high, the LED will glow and you will observe the digit on the 7 segment display. Now you should remember one thing, that we have drawn the table, okay, over here in previous slide. Now this table is applicable only for common anode configuration. Okay, this table is applicable for common anode configuration and not for common cathode configuration. This table will get changed for it. So here, to display the digits on those 7 segment displays, we can't use the codes in the previous table. We have to generate the codes by our own and we'll have to send that code over the port. Okay, now this is the interfacing diagram to interface display or the 7 segment display for displaying only 2 digits. You know, it will VCC and another one is ground that should be connected to 8051. EA pin should tied to 5 volt. Okay, because we are not using any external memory device. This is the reset configuration. Okay, so this is RC circuit and there is a switch connected across the capacitor to reset this microcontroller. Then this is the crystal oscillator circuit which will generate clock signals. Then each port pin is connected to the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H of the each and every 7 segment display, okay, via this register. After this, the common cathode terminal is connected to the transistor. Here you can see the transistor is NPN. Okay, so to make this transistor on, you have to make base of that transistor equal to 1, that is high. So in this way, the current will start flowing if this port pin is high. Okay, so the current will start flowing through this LED, that is A terminal, and through this transistor, and it is grounded. So in this way circuit is going to become completed, and in this way this particular segment will get displayed. So in this way we can glow different LEDs, and we can get the patterns of 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 9 on the display, and the logic will remain same. The 7 segment display on which you want to display the digit, that display should remain on. Okay, this for next points, stay tuned to videos. Thank you.